Hello everyone, welcome back to Student Diary. Today, once again, I have brought one more interesting story for all of you related to Sanskrit. So, as you can see on my screen, today we are going to do the second chapter, that is Dvityaha Pataha of the Shemushi textbook of grade 10. So, as we know, there are two books of grade 10 by the CBSE board. One is Shemushi and one is Manika. Today, we are going to do one lesson from Shemushi textbook. Okay, and the title of the story is Buddhihi Balvati Sada. It's written as, because there is a sandhi here, so it is written as buddhihi balvati sada. Okay, so the meaning of the title is buddhihi means intelligence, buddhihi means intelligence, balvati means strong, sada means always. So, as the title suggests, the intelligence is always going to play a strong role in any kind of problem if we are in or in any kind of situation. So, to give you a little background, this is a story about a lady who is going to her father's house, and on the way, she meets a tiger. Now, in this story, we are going to understand how she is going to get rid of that tiger with the help of her intelligence. So, this is a story of a brave and intelligent lady. Okay, so let's start reading the story. And I request everyone that please keep your pencils and notebooks and everything ready so that you can write the meaning of all the words. That will be very helpful to all of you. Okay, let's start the story. Asti Deul Akhyah Gramah. So, because of the Sandhi, this is becoming Deul and Akhyah. Okay, so I will write here Deul Akhyah. And in Deulakyo, here we are using the uh, Dirgh Sandhi of Swar Sandhi, and Akhyah, it is the Visarg Sandhi, the Utva Sandhi of the Visarg Sandhi. I have made the detailed videos on the Sandhi, so you can check those videos. You can understand in detail how the Sandhis are working, because whenever we read the literature, we split the words because according to the rules of the Sandhi, and then we read the words. So that helps us in making the text easy, and the words are getting splitted easily, and you can understand the meanings easily. Okay, so asti devlakyah gramah. When you have asti in the beginning of the sentence, that means the sentence is in the past tense. Okay, so asti here, generally asti meaning is right, but here it will become was. Fine. Deul is the name. Deul is exactly the name of the town. Okay, so it's the name of town. And Akhyah means named. So basically, a town named Deul. Okay, Gramaha means not, it's not a town, it's a village. So there was a village named Deul. I hope everyone has understood the first line. Tatra Rajsimha Nam Rajputrah Vasati Sma. So Tatra means there, where in the village. Rajsimha. Again, this is the name. Okay. Nam means named. So which name? Rajsimha name. Rajputrah means the son of a king, you can say. Okay, vasati sma. So again, vasati is in present tense, and after a present tense, if you use the word sma, the sentence become in the past tense. Okay, so it will become lived. So there was a village named Deul, and in that village there was a son of the king used to live, and his name was Raj Simha. Okay, एकदा केन अपि आवश्यककार्येण तस्य भार्या बुद्धिमती पुत्रद्वय उपेता पितुः गृहं प्रति चलिता. Ekada means once upon a time, because it's a story, right? So we know that it will start like this. So once upon a time, kenapi means by some, it is Tritya Vibhakti, right? Avashyak means important, Karya means work. So important work. So by some important work or for some important work, Tasya means his. Whose? Rajsimha. Bharya means wife. So his wife, Buddhimati. So Buddhimati was the name of his wife. So we can say that it was a name. She is the main character in the story, Buddhimati. Putra Dvaya Upeta. Putra means son. Dvaya means two. Upeta means with. So with her two sons. Okay. Pituhu means of father. It is Shashti Vibhakti, right? So if you just split it, it will become Pituhu and Gruham. Okay. Pituhu means fathers. It is Shashti Vibhakti. And Gruham means house. Fine. Father's house. Prati means two words. Chalita means moved or walked. Okay, so I'm requesting once again, please write the meaning when I am speaking only. It will become very easy for all of you. So, the meaning of this sentence is that once upon a time, by some important work, his wife Buddhimati with her two sons went to her father's house. Okay, so I hope you understood the second line also. मार्गे गहन कानने सा ekam vyaghram dadarsh. Marge means on the way. It is Saptami Vibhakti, right? On the way. Gahan kanane. Gahan means dense. Kanane means jungle or the forest, we can say. So in the dense forest, it is again in Saptami Vibhakti. On the way in dense forest. Sa means she. Ekam means one. Vyaghram means tiger. Dadarsh means saw. So she saw a tiger on the way in the forest because she was going through the forest. So there she saw one tiger. Sa Vyaghram agachantam drishtva dhashtriyat putrau chapetya prahritya jagad. Sa means she. Vyaghram agachantam. These are two words. Okay, it is Vyaghram and agachantam. Vyaghram means tiger. Agachantam means coming. Drishtva means seeing. Dhartriyat, I will write here, cruelty, with cruelty. Putra means to his sons. Chapetya means with slap. Prahritya means hitting. Jagat means said. So what happened when on the way she saw a tiger, right? So when she saw the tiger coming towards her, so what she did, she with cruelty, with a lot of like force, she slapped her sons. She started hitting her sons and said, Katham ek ekashah. So there are three words in this, in fact, four words in this. Katham, ek, ek, ek shah we can say. Okay, so katham means how, ek means one. Okay, how, one, vyagram, vyagra bhakshanai kalaham kurutah. Vyagra means the tiger, right? Vyagra meaning we are not going to write again and again because this word is going to come again and again. Bhakshanai means it is Chaturthi Vibhakti, right? So for eating one tiger. Kalaha means fight. Kurutaha means doing. So when she saw the tiger is coming, so to actually scare the tiger, she is telling to her sons, she started hitting them and she said that why you both are fighting for eating one tiger. I am ekah tavat vibhajya. So again here many words are there. I am ekah tavat tavat vibhajya. Okay, so I am means this, ekah means one, tavat means that only, vibhajya means divide or share, bhujyata means eat. So she is telling them that why are you fighting for one tiger? This is one only. Divide it and eat it. Okay. Paschat anyah dvityah kaschit lakshyate. Paschat means later. Anya means other. Dvityaha means second. So something else basically. Kaschit lakshyate means aim for or will search for. Okay. Or we can say will search. So basically, she is saying that for the time being, there is one tiger. You don't fight for eating separate tigers. Just divide this tiger and eat it. Later, we will find someone else and we will eat that. Okay, so I hope everyone has understood the first shloka. Please give a thumbs up if you have understood it. And in case of any doubts and queries, you can write to me in the comment section. I will surely reply to that. Okay, so let's get the meaning in English just once. So there was a village named Deul, and there used to live one person named Rajsimha. One time, his wife, whose name was Buddhimati, she went to her father's house for some important work. On the way, she saw one tiger, and when she saw that the tiger was coming towards her, she started hitting her sons and she said them that why are you fighting for one tiger? For the time being, you eat this tiger, divide it and eat it, and later we will find someone else. Scary, right? Okay, let's go for the next line. Iti shrutva vyagra mari Kachit iyam iti. So this is also made up of many words. Kachit iyam iti. Okay. Matva vyagrah bhayakul chittah nashtah. Iti means like this, like this. Shrutva means hearing. So when he heard like this, Vyagra Mari. Vyagra means tiger, Mari means killer. So someone who is killing the tigers. Basically the tiger is actually giving an visheshan to the lady. Okay, whose name was Buddhimati, but he was thinking that she is some tiger killer. Okay, Kachit means some. Iyam means this. So we have seen the word ayam and iyam in this one, right? Ayam and iyam. Both meaning are this, but when we have to use this for a pulling, we use ayam. Like if we want to use for tiger, we will be saying ayam vyagraha. And if we want to use that this for lady, so we'll be using iyam. Okay. So iyam is used here. That means they are talking about the lady. Okay. Kachit, iyam, iti means like this. So he was thinking that this is some lady who is actually the tiger killer. Matva means thinking. Vyagraha means the tiger. Bhayakul means scared. Chitta means mind. Basically, in his mind, he got scared so much. Nashtaha means disappeared. Okay, so he started thinking that this is some lady who actually kills the tigers, and he started thinking that, and then he got scared and he just ran away from there. He got disappeared from there. I hope everyone has understood the story till here. Let's go for the next one. Nij buddhya vimukta sa bhayat vyagrasya bhamini anyah api buddhiman loke muchyate mahat bhayat. Okay, nij buddhya. Nij means self. Okay, so buddhya means intelligence and it is in Tritya Vibhakti, so it's like with. So with her intelligence. Why we are saying her? Because we know that it is used for that buddhimati. Vimukta means got rid of. Sa means she. Bhayat means fear. Vyagrasya means of tiger. Bhamini means the beautiful lady. Beautiful lady. So this Bhamini has been used as an adjective for Buddhimati. Okay. Vimukta is used as an adjective for that lady itself. Okay. Anyaha api. It is again Utvasandhi. So it is Anyaha and api. Anyaha means other. Api means also. Buddhiman loke. Buddhiman loke I will write here. Buddhiman loke. So Buddhiman meaning is intelligent, wise. Basically, we can say loke means in this world, intelligent. In this world, because it is in Saptami Vibhakti, loke, right? In this world, it will become. Muchyate means get rid of, or yeah, get rid of. We can say Vimukta and Muchyate have the same meaning. So get rid of. Mahato means great. Bhayat means fear. Okay, so in this shloka, the author is saying that with her own intelligence, she was able to get rid of the fear which was actually given by the tiger. Because of the tiger, she got the fear and she got rid of that fear with the help of her intelligence. So, in this world, also, others also, any intelligent person with his intelligence can get rid of the great fears. I hope everyone has understood. So here they are actually telling about the importance of intelligence, like the observing power or quick thinking. That's what they are telling, right? So she was able to get rid of the fear because of her intelligence, and others also in this world who are intelligent, they can get rid of the great fear, right? Let's go for the next one. Bhayakulam Vyaghram Drishtva Kaschit Dhurtah Shrigalah Hasan Aha. So this is actually two words, Hasan and Aha. Okay? It's full, not half. Hasan Aha. Bhavan Kutah Bhayat Palaitah. Bhayakulam means scared. Vyaghram is tiger. So Bhayakulam has been used as an visheshan, as an adjective for Vyaghram. Drishtva means seeing. Kaschit means some. Dhurtaha means cunning. Shrigalaha means the, we can say jackal. Hasan means laughing. It's like while laughing. Aha means said. Okay, so aha is a verb here. Aha is kriya here. Okay, bhavan means you. So we know, right? When bhavan is there, that means we are using the verb of kriya of pratham purush ekvachan. Correct? Because bhavan means you, but it is with respect. Like in Hindi, we have aap. Same way in Sanskrit, we have bhavan. But in English, we have just you only, to whomsoever you want to say. Right? Kutaha means from where. Bhayat means scared. Palaitaha means running, basically escaping. Okay, so that tiger was very much scared, right? So when that scared tiger, who saw it? The jackal, who was very cunning. We know that the jackal is very cunning. So when the jackal saw that the tiger is very scared, so he started laughing. So who will actually imagine that the tiger, a ferocious animal like tiger, is also scared, right? So when he saw that the tiger is scared, he started laughing, and he asked that from where you are running, like escaping because of the fear. Okay, so he was actually making fun of the tiger. Now the tiger is replying to that, Gach Gach Jambuk Tvam Api Kinchit Gud Pradesham. Gach means go, go. Jambuk means the Jambuk and Shrigal is the same thing, so it is jackal. So they both are the synonyms to each other, Shrigalaha and Jambuka. Okay, go, go, jackal. Tvam Api. Tvam means you, Api means also. You also. Kinchit means some. Good Pradesham means hidden place. I will write here. Good Pradesham means hidden place. Okay. Good means hidden where no one can see you. Pradesham means place, to the hidden place. Fine. So when Vyagra, because Vyagra was like very scared that some tiger killer is there and she can kill anyone. Because if someone can kill tiger, then they can kill other animals also. So Vyagra is saying that jackal, go, go. You also go and hide in some hidden place. Right? Yatah Vyagramari iti. This is again your Dirk Sandhi. So Vyagramari iti ya Shastre Shruyate Taya Aham. Taya Aham Hantum Arabdah Ram Gruhatkar Jivito Nashtah Shigram Tat Agratah. Okay. So now here he's saying that Yataha means because Vyagramari means the tiger killer. Iti means which one? It's like that. Ya means who, and Ya has been used here for whom? For the tiger killer, for Vyagramari. So he's saying that because the Vyagramari about whom Shastra means in scriptures. It is Saptami Vibhakti, right? So it is in scriptures. Shruyate means heard. So who is heard, about whom the tiger killer we hear in the scriptures? Taya aham. Taya means by her, because it is lady, right? So it's by her. Aham means I. Hantum means to be. Hantum arabdaha means to be killed. To be killed. Param means but. Gruhutkar jivito means risking my life. Risking my life. Nashtaha means disappeared. Nashtaha means disappeared. I hope everyone can see. Nashtaha means disappeared. Shigra means soon. Tat agrataha. Tat means there. Agrataha means came. Okay, so he's telling that the Vyagramari, the tiger killer, about whom we actually hear in the scriptures only, by her I was about to be killed, but I risked my life and I disappeared from there, and soon I came here. Okay, soon I came here, just I ran from there. Okay, I hope everyone has understood this line which Vyagra told. So Vyagra was telling to the jackal that jackal, jackal, you also go and hide in some hidden place, because the Vyagra Mari, the tiger killer about whom we actually used to hear in the scriptures, by her I was about to be killed, but I risked my life and just disappeared from there and ran here, and soon I came here. Right? I hope the story is becoming interesting. The tiger is getting, what do you say, scared, right? So let's go for the next line. Srigalaha. Now the tiger is, sorry, now the jackal is replying to the tiger. Vyagra means tiger, dear tiger. Twaya mahat kautukam aveditam yat manushat. This is yat manushat api bibheshi. Okay, Twaya means it is Tritya Vibhakti, right? So it's by you. Mahat means great. Kautuk means wonder. Aveditam means said. Yat means that. Manushat means of humans. Of humans. Api means also. Vibheshi means scared. Okay, so now the Jambuk, the jackal was saying that, dear tiger, it was a great wonder told by you that you are also scared of humans. It's very strange. Something very strange was told by the tiger. So Shrigal was actually very surprised that how he can say that, how tiger can say that he is scared of a human. Okay, so here I want to tell one thing, that if I ask you the Kriya Shabd for Vibheshi, it is going to be Tvam, because it is Madhyam Purush Ekvachan, right? Vibheshi. So it is Madhyam Purush Ekvachan, and the subject for Madhyam Purush Ekvachan is Tvam, whether it is mentioned in the sentence or not. Okay, so these small details are needed actually so much. Like if I see here in Mahat, Kautukam, Mahat means great, Kautukam means wonder. So Kautukam is a noun for which the adjective, the Visheshan is Mahat. Which kind of wonder? The great wonder. Understood? Let's go for the next one. Next line. Vyagraha. Now the Vyagra is going to reply. Pratyaksham ev maya sa atma putrau ek ekashah. So it is sa atam putrau ek ekashav माम अत्तुम कलायमानो चपेटिया praharanti drishta. So pratyaksham ev means directly only. Directly only. Maya means by me. Sa means she. At means self. Okay. So she, her. Putra means sons. Ek ekashah means one. Mam means to me. Tum means to eat. That they wanted to eat me one. Kalhai manav means fighting. Fighting. Chapetia means with slap. Praharanti means hitting. Drishta means seen. Okay, so the tiger is saying that directly by me, she was hitting her sons when they were fighting for for eating me one. Basically, he wanted to say that I saw by myself that that lady was hitting her sons because they wanted to eat one tiger. Okay, so because she told that you eat the tiger itself, right? So mom, he's saying to himself, the tiger is saying to himself. Understood? Mom is to me, then Attum was to eat. I think I have written here wrong. So it should be to eat me one. Basically, the both two sons wanted one tiger, but there was only one tiger, so she was hitting them. Right? Let's go for the next line. Now Jambuk. So the Shrigal or Jambuk or the jackal basically saying Swamin. Swamin, he is actually calling to the tiger. Okay? Because according to the jackal, tiger is still strong, right? Yatra aste sa dhurta tatra gamyatam. Yatra means wherever. Aste means is. Sa means she. Dhurta means cunning. So now cunning is used as an adjective. Cunning is an adjective word, so it will be different. Like when we are using it for Shrigalaha, it was Dhurtaha. When we are using it for the lady, it is Dhurta. Understood? Tatra means there. Gamyata means go. So now the Jambuk or that jackal is saying that, dear tiger, wherever that cunning lady is, let's go there. Okay, so Vyagra. Now the same sentence is it's being said by the jackal itself. Okay, Vyagra tav punah tatra gatasya sa samukham upikshate. Sorry, samukham api ikshate. It is actually having three words. Samukham api ikshate. Understood? Samukham api ikshate yadi tarhi tvaya aham hantavyah iti. Okay, so tav means your, it is Shashti Vibhakti. Punah means again. Tatra means there. Gatasya means going. Sa means she. Samukha means in front. Api means also. Ikshate means seen. Is seen. Yadi means if. Tarhi means then. Tvaya means by you. Aham means I. Hantavyaha means should be killed. Should be killed. So the Shrigal is saying that first he told that let's go there where that lady is. Then he's saying that when you go again there only, and if we see, if she is seen in front of us again, then uh, by you I should be killed, because Shrigal was thinking, the jackal was thinking that he is actually telling something lies. Okay, so he's telling, he is actually betting to the tiger that if we see her again, then I should be killed by you. Okay, so let's see if they are able to trace her. Now the tiger is saying that Shrigal, Yadi Tvam Mam Muktva Yasi Tada Vela Api Avela Syat. So this is Vela Api Avela. Avela and Avela are opposite to each other. They are the antonyms basically. So Shrigal means the jackal. Yadi means if. Tvam means you. Mam means to me. Muktva means leaving. Yasi means go. Tada means then. Vela means like the bet. Api means also. Avela is like not the bet. Syat means will be. So basically, he is not actually believing, the tiger is not believing the jackal when the jackal said that if we see her again, then I should be killed by you. Then the tiger said that, jackal, if you leave me there only and you just run away from there, then this bet will not be the bet at all, right? So because we know that the jackal is very clever or cunning basically, so he can actually run away from there, right? And then the tiger was like so much scared in going in front of her, that lady, that he was like, okay, I may be killed by her. Correct? So that's why he's saying that if you will be like leaving me there only, then our bet will not be bet only. Right? So then Jambuk is telling, the jackal is telling that Yadi evam tarhi mam nij gale badhva chal satvaram. Yadi means if, Eva means like this. So he is telling now the way basically. Trahi means then. Mam means me. Nij gale. Nij means self, right? So here self has been used for the tiger. So your neck. Badhva means tie. Chal means go. Satvaram means soon. So now the Jambuk, just to actually assure him, he's saying that if it's like that, if you feel that I may run from there, you just tie me around your neck and let's go fast there. Understood? So he's saying that let's go there by tying me around your neck. Now just imagine the situation where the uh, jackal is around the neck, right, of the tiger. So savyagraha tatha krutva kananam yayo. Savyagraha means that that tiger, tatha means like that, krutva means doing, kananam means to jungle or the forest, yayo means went. So this is the past tense of yayo, means going. Okay, so we use agachat and yayo are synonyms to each other. Fine. So now that tiger just understood that, he was like, okay, now this one is fine. So he did like that only. He tied the jackal around his neck and went to the jungle. Shrigalen sahitam punah ayantam vyaghram durat drashtva buddhimati chintitwati. So now again she started thinking. So she got to know that he is coming again. So I'm erasing this whole part. We don't need this. I will get some space to write the meanings. And I am hoping, again, I am hoping that everyone is writing all the meanings with the words itself. When I am saying, you can pause for a time, you can just write the meanings nicely. Every time I tell that whenever you are watching the video, you are investing your time. So invest it wisely. And whatever you are getting through the video, please retain it with you. Okay, so Shrigalen Sahita means with the jackal, with the jackal. Punaha means again. It is punaha ayantam. It is visarg sandhi. Punaha means again. Ayantam means coming. Vyaghram means the tiger. So which tiger? Who was coming again. So Vyaghram ka adjective is punar ayantam. Okay. Durat means from far. Drishtva means seeing. Buddhimati means that lady. Right? Buddhimati. Chintitvati means thought or started thinking. Okay, so what happened that she saw again that Shrigalen Sahita means with jackal, that tiger is coming again. She saw it from far only, and then she started thinking, now what should she do? Let's see what she is going to do again. Jambuk Krit Utsahat. So it is Krit and Utsahat. It is again your Swar Sandhi. Swar Sandhi. Jambuk Krit Utsahat Vyagrat Katham Muchetam. Jambuk Krit means by Shrigal or Shrigal or jackal basically in English, by jackal. Utsahat means excited. Now tiger went away. Now that jackal was there who excited actually the tiger to go again. Correct? So Vyagrat means the tiger from the tiger. So which tiger? Who has been excited by the jackal. So if someone asks you the Visheshan for Vyagrat, it will be Jambukrit Utsahat. Okay. Katham means how. Muchita means get rid of. Now she is thinking how to get rid of this tiger who has been excited by the jackal. Correct? Param Prati Utpanmatihi Sa Jambukam Akshipanti Ungulya. Okay, Jambukam, Akshipanti, Angulya. There are three words in this. Tarjiyanti, Uvaj. I hope I can write here. Jambukam, Akshipanti, Angulya. Okay, Tarjiyanti, Tarjiyanti, Uvaj. Fine. I have written every word here. So what happened? Param means but. Prati Utpanmatihi means intelligent. Basically, Prati Utpanmatihi means when the situation comes at that time, you get an idea. Okay, so that kind of intelligence. Fine. So, but you can just say intelligent, and this is used as an adjective for buddhimati. Fine. Sa means she. So, she, the lady who was actually very intelligent. Jambukam means to jambuk. It is to the jackal. It is an object here. Akshipanti means aiming. Angulya means with her fingers. With her finger. Tarjanti means scolding. Watch means said. So she started scolding the jackal by aiming her finger towards the jackal, right? So she actually wanted to scare the tiger more, basically. So she got an idea that she can now again scare the jambuk tiger with the help of the jambuk. Okay, with the help of the jackal. Fine. So she started scolding the jackal by aiming him with the help of her fingers. So then what did she say? Re re dhurt त्वया दत्तं मह्यं व्याघ्रत्रयं पुरा विश्वास्य अद्य एकम आनीय. So here the word is vishwasya. Adya ekam आनीय. Fine. Katham yasi vad adhuna. Vad adhuna. So re re dhur. This is a sambodhan to whom? To the jambuk, right? Dhurt means cunning. So dear, hey hey cunning, not dear basically here. So hey hey cunning. Twaya means by you. Twaya means by you. Datta means given. Mahya means to me. Vyagra Trayam. Vyagra means tiger and Trayam means three. So three tigers. Pura means in old time or before basically. Vishwasya means assuring. Adya means today. Eka means one. Anya means bringing. So basically, he is actually scolding the jambuk that you brought only one tiger today. Katham means how. Yasi means going. Vad means tell. Adhuna means today. Okay, so what is she telling when she is scolding the jambuk? That by you, I was given three tigers in the past, but you assured me that you will give three tigers every time, and today you have brought just one. Now, where are you going by giving me just one tiger? What I will do with one tiger? We are three people. That's what she meant, right? So she was actually very intelligent. So then by hearing this, the tiger got scared more, correct? So what did she say? That hey cunning jambuk jackal, by in past you gave me three tigers, today you have given me just one tiger, and where are you going? Okay, so then iti uktva dhavita turnam vyagramari bhayankara vyagrah api sahasa nashtah galbad shrigalakah. Iti yuktva. Iti yuktva means saying like this. After saying like this, so this was the last shloka said by her. Dhavita means running. Puranam means fast. Vyagramari means a tiger killer. Bhayankara means dangerous. So these all words are used for used as an adjective, as a visheshan for the lady. Vyagramari, Bhayankara. Okay, so that dangerous lady who was tiger killer, he started running very fast after saying this. That where are you going? Vyagraha api means the tiger also. Sahasa means suddenly. Nashtaha means disappeared. We have done many times this word, right? Nashtaha means disappeared. I hope everyone can write this meaning. Galbad Shrigalakaha. This word is used as an adjective, as a visheshan for Vyagraha. Which Vyagra? Which tiger? The tiger which was having the jackal around his neck, tied around his neck. So Gal means neck, Badh means tied, okay, Shrigalakaha means the jackal. So basically, the tiger who was having the jackal tied around his neck, that tiger suddenly he also disappeared. Understood? I hope it is clear to all of you. Give a thumbs up if you have understood the shloka. So after saying that, why are you giving me only one today and where are you running? After saying this, she just ran like anything and she became like very furious. And the tiger also got more scared and then he just ran away with the jackal who was actually around his neck. Evam prakarin. Evam means like this. Prakarin means way. So in this way, Buddhimati means that lady. Vyagra Jat. Vyagra means tiger. Jat means produced. Okay, basically produced by tiger. Bhayat means fear. Punar api. Punar api is punaha and api. Punaha means again. Api means also. Mukta abhavat. Mukta abhavat means got free or got rid of. So now, like this, that Buddhimati, she got rid of the fear which was actually produced by the tiger. Fine. How? Because with the help of her intelligence. At ev uchyate. At ev means that's why. That's why. Uchyate means it is said. That's why it is said. Buddhihi balvati tanvi sarvakaryeshu sarvada. Buddhihi balvati. We have done the meaning of this word in our title only. So buddhihi means intelligence. Buddhihi means intelligence. Balvati means strong. So balvati is used as an adjective for buddhihi. Okay. Tanvi means a beautiful. Tanvi means beautiful lady. So basically, in this line, the author is saying to the lady. Okay. So basically, it's like, hey Tanvi. So Tanvi means beautiful lady. Okay. If someone asks you the meaning of Tanvi, it is beautiful lady. Sarva karyeshu means in all the tasks. In all the tasks, sarvada means always. Got it? So in whatever work you do, hey, beautiful lady, intelligence is the strongest. Basically, if you are using your intelligence, then you can actually get rid of any kind of fear and you can be successful in doing all the kind of works whichever you are doing. Okay, wow, this was a beautiful story. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video and I hope you all understood the story properly. I enjoyed reading this story properly and I hope everyone has written all the meanings and all that. Okay. Now let's do the exercises of this chapter. Abhyasah. First main. Ek paden uttaram likhat. Ek paden means with one word. So we have to write the answer for all the questions in one word. Buddhimati, first one, Buddhimati Kutra Vyaghram Dadarsh. Buddhimati means that lady. We were talking about the story itself, right? So that lady. Kutra means where. So the question word here is where. Vyaghram means the tiger. Dadarsh means saw. So where did she see the tiger? In the jungle, right? So the answer is going to be Gahan Kanane. Gahan Kanane means in the dense jungle. Next one. Bhamini Kaya Vimukta. Bhamini means the beautiful lady. Kaya means how or by what. Vimukta means got rid of. So how she got rid of fear basically, but they have not mentioned the full question. Just they are asking how that beautiful lady got rid of. So it will be Nij Buddhya, with her intelligence. Correct? Nij Buddhya. Fine. Let's go for the next one. Sarvada, sarvakaryeshu ka balvati. Sarvada means always. Sarvakaryeshu means in all the tasks. Ka means what? Balvati means the strong. So what is strong when you are going to do any kind of work? That is intelligence. Correct? Buddhihi. I am hoping everyone is understanding the questions and their meanings. Let's go for the next one. Vyagraha kasmat bibheti. Vyagraha means the tiger. Kasmat means it is Panchami Vibhakti, right? So this is the question word. Kasmat means from whom. Vibheti means scared of. So from whom the tiger is scared of? Manushya, right? Human being. So it is Manushat. So remember that in whatever Vibhakti your question will be there, in the same Vibhakti your answer will also be there. Correct? The last part, Prati Utpanmatihi Buddhimati Kim Akshipanti Uvach. Prati Utpanmatihi means the intelligent. Buddhimati means that lady whose name was Buddhimati actually. Kim means to whom. Akshipanti means aiming. Uvach means said. So by aiming whom she was speaking. Jambukam. Correct? Jambukam. I hope the first main is clear to all of you. Let's go for the second main. अधोलिखितानां प्रश्नानाम् उत्तराणि संस्कृत भाषया लिखत. So just they are telling that you have to write the answer to these questions in Sanskrit. Correct? Let's go for the first part. Buddhimati ken upeta pituhu gruham prati chalita. Buddhimati means that lady Buddhimati. Ken, it's a question word. With whom? Upeta means like with whom basically. So ken upeta means with whom. Pituhu gruham means to his father's house. Prati Chalita means went. So with whom she went to her father's house? With her sons, correct? So we'll be saying, and how many sons she was having? Two, right? So Putra Dvayo Peta. So it is basically Putra Dvaya Upeta. So when we'll be writing the answer, we will not write these two words. Okay. So we'll be writing it like Buddhimati Putra Dvayo Peta Peta Pituhu Gruham Prati Chalita. I hope the first part is clear to all of you. Next one, Vyagraha Kim Vicharya Palaitaha. Vyagraha means tiger, Kim means what, Vicharya means thinking, Palaitaha means ran. So by thinking what, he ran away. So in place of Kim, we will be writing when he understood that she is some tiger killer, right? Kachit Vyagramari Iyam Iti, and then we'll be writing Vicharya Palaitaha. So we'll be writing the answer like Vyagraha Kachit Vyagramari Iyam Iti Vicharya Palaitaha. He thought that she is some tiger killer, and by thinking that he just ran away. Right? Next one. Loke Mahato Bhayat Kaha Muchyate. Loke means in this world, Mahato means great, Bhayat means fear, Kaha means who, Muchyate means get rid of. So who get rid of the great fear in this world? So in place of Kaha, we will be writing Buddhiman. I am writing only the one word, but when they are saying that write in the full sentence, you have to write the full sentence. So I am telling you that what all you don't have to write and what you have to write as the answer. So it's like Loke Mahato Bhayat Buddhiman Muchyate. So just in place of Kaha, you have to write Buddhiman, and rest of the question will be as it is. Right? Let's go for the next one. Jambukaha Kim Vadan Vyagrasya Upahasam Karoti. Jambukaha means the jackal. Kim Vadan means saying what. So what he was saying, Vyagrasya means of tiger. Upahasam Karoti means making fun of. So by saying what, he was making fun of the tiger. So we know that, right? He was saying that from where you are running, correct? Bhavan Kutaha Bhayat Palaitaha. Right? So from where you are running because of getting scared. So we'll be saying that Bhavan Kutaha Bhayat Palaita Iti Vadan. In place of Kim, we will be saying Iti. Iti Vadan Vyagrasya Upahasam Karoti. Okay, so basically we can start it like Jambukaha also. So we'll be writing it like Bhavan Kutaha Bhayat Palaitaha Jambukaha iti vadan Vyagrasya upahasam karoti. I'm hoping it is clear to all of you. In case you are feeling any doubt is there or any query is there, you can just write to me in the comment section. I'll surely reply to that. Okay, now let's go for the last part. Buddhimati Shrigalam Kim Uktvati. So Buddhimati means that lady. Shrigalam means to the jackal. Kim means what? Uktvati means said. So what did that lady say to the Shrigal when she just encountered him? So she said, so I will make you mark this answer. This is on page number 16, like one page before the exercises. So you have to write this because the sentence is long and we don't have that much of space. So I'm making you mark it. So she said that Re Re Dhurt Tvaya Mahiyam Pura Vyagratrayam Dattam Vishwasya Api Adya Ekam Aniya Katham Yasi Iti Adhuna Vad. Okay, so she told, right, that in the past you have given me three tigers and today you have brought just one. And where are you going now? Okay, so for the answer for this part is on page number 16. Right? I hope everyone has understood this mail. Let's go for the next mail. स्थूल padam adritya prashnirmanam kurut. Prashnirman means framing the question. So now you have to frame the questions. Okay, let's see the first one. Tatra Rajsimha Nam Rajputrah Vasati Sma. Tatra means there. Rajsimha is the name, right? Nam means named. Rajputra, the son of the king. Vasati Sma means lived. So there lived one son of the king named Rajsimha. So the question for Rajsimha will become like what name, right? That was the name, but the question is what name. So the question word for Rajsimha is going to be Kim. Okay. So what name he was having? He was having the name Rajsimha. Got it? Next one. Buddhimati Chapetya Putrau Prahritvati. So Buddhimati means that lady, right? Chapetya means with slap. Putrau means to his sons. Prahritvati means hit. So she started hitting her sons with the slap. So we have to get the question word for Chapetya. Now, if you see the word, it is Tritya Vibhakti Ekvachan, right? So you can write Kaya also as the question word, or you can write Katham. How did she hit? With the slap. So you can write Kaya also as the question word and Katham also as the question word. I hope this is clear to all of you. So now if I ask you the question word for Buddhimati. So we know Buddhimati is a feminine word and it is Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachan. So we have to use the Kim Shabdrup Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachan of feminine one, right? Striling. So the question word for Buddhimati will be Ka. It's just like I am telling you the extra words for the questions. So for because we know that in exam we are not going to get only the given words here only, right? They can ask you any word. So that is the only reason I make you understand when we write the meanings, we write with the vibhaktis. That will help you in framing the questions. Okay, now if I ask you Putrao, so Putrao, sons, right? So he was hitting her son, she was hitting her sons. So means son are the object. So it is Dvitya Vibhakti, right? For object we use Dvitya Vibhakti and there are two sons. So it is going to be Dvitya Vibhakti Dvivachan. Okay, so and Putro, it is a pulling word. So the question word for Putrao is going to be cow. Okay, you can keep on writing these all question words, these all small words because they will be asked in bhashik karyam, right? So because we know that the paper is very grammar based, so you should be knowing the grammatical part of the every chapter, right? So for putra it will be cow. Next one, vyagram društva dhurtah shrigalah avadat. Vyagram means to the tiger. It is an object here. Now the vyagram is the object here. Drishtva means seeing. So after seeing the Vyagra, Dhurtaha Shrigalah means the cunning jackal. Avadat means said. So if I say Vyagram, now I told you it is an object, and for object we use Dvitya Vibhakti. And Vyagra is a pulling word, right? So the question word is going to be come. Got it? It's not Kim, it's come. Next one, Dhurtaha Shrigalah. Dhurtaha means cunning. It's a Visheshan. So for Visheshan, which Shabdru we use? Kidrish Shabdru for framing the questions. And now which Vibhakti and which Vachan it is? It is Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachan. So for Dhurtaha, the question word is going to be, I can write here, I'm having the space here. So for Dhurtaha, the question word is going to be Kidrishaha. So now we remember that there was one word dhurta, right? That was used for buddhimati. So if we have to frame the question word for dhurta, it will be kidrishi. correct? Because Visheshan will go according to the noun, right? Now for Shrigalaha, if I ask you, it's just Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachan and it is pulling. So the question word is going to be Kaha, right? For Shrigalaha, correct? Next one. Tvam Manushat Vibheshi. Tvam means you, Manushat means of humans, Vibheshi means scared of. So you are scared of humans. So Manushat, if you see the word, it is Panchami Vibhakti Ekvachan. So for Panchami Vibhakti Ekvachan, it is Manush, that means human, that means it is a pulling word. So we need for pulling Shabdrup Panchami Vibhakti Ekvachan. The question word is going to be Kasmat. I am hoping you people are able to understand. If you have learned the Kim Shabdrup and Kidri Shabdrup properly, then definitely you will be able to understand how we are framing the question. And it comes for 5 to 6 marks in exams. So it is very important from marks point of view also. Next one. Pura, Tvaya, Mahiyam, Vyagratrayam, Dattam. Means in olden times by you, I was given 3 tigers. Right? So now for Mahiyam. Now if you see that Mahiyam, it is which Vibhakti? It is Chaturthi Vibhakti. It is Ekvachan. So for the Chaturthi Vibhakti Ekvachan and I, if I am saying, so the gender we will be taking as pulling. Fine. So the question word here is going to be Kasmai, because we don't know. I can be used for pulling also and striling also, right? So the question word, and when we don't know the gender, we will be taking it as pulling. Fine. So for Mahiyam, the question word is Kasmai. Correct. Now for Tvaya, Tvaya means by you. It is Tritya Vibhakti, right? So the question word is going to be Kain. Correct. Understood. Now if I ask you for Pura, Pura is telling you a time, and for time, the question word we use is Kada, right? Then Vyagratrayam Datta means what was given? 3 tigers, right? So this is an object. So the question word for object is going to be Kim. What was given, right? So I hope you are able to frame the question for every word. Let's go for the next main. Okay, so in the next main, they are asking us to write the sentences according to the sequence. Ghatnakram Anusar. Ghatnakram Anusar means how, what happened first, we have to mark as one, and what happened last, we have to mark as the last. So for that, we should be knowing the meaning of all the sentences. So let's see the meaning of the first sentence. Vyagraha Vyagramari iyam iti matva palaitaha. So Vyagra, he thought that this is some Vyagramari, and he thought like that, and he just ran away. Palaitaha means ran away. Second one. Prati Utpanmatihi sa Shrigalam Akshipanti Uvat. So she started aiming for the Shrigal, intelligent she, and then she said something. Then Shrigal is the jackal. Jambuk Krita Utsaha Vyagraha Punaha Kananam Agachat. So excited by the Jambuk, that jackal, the tiger came again to the jungle. Next one, Marge sa ekam Vyaghram apashyat. On the way, she saw one tiger. Next, Vyaghram društva sa putrau tadayanti uvach adhuna ekam ev Vyaghram vibhajya bhujyatam. So, by after seeing the tiger, she started beating her children, and she said that now we just divide one tiger and eat it. Then, Buddhimati putra dvayen upeta pituhu gruham prati chalita. So, Buddhimati with her 2 sons went to her father's house. Next one. त्वं व्याघ्रत्रयम् आनेतुं प्रतिज्ञाय एवम् एकम् एव आनीतवान्. So you just promised me that you will get 3, and then you have got 1 tiger itself. Next one, Galbad Shrigalakah Vyagraha Punaha Palaitah. That tiger who was having the what do you say, jackal around his neck, he just ran again. Right? So what do you think? What happened first? I think after getting the meanings, everyone is able to understand. First, she went to her father's house, right? Then on the way, she saw a tiger, correct? And then what happened, that she started beating her sons, right? That you just eat this tiger, correct? And then the tiger got scared, correct? And then after getting scared, he just ran away. But then he came again. So he came again after that. He was excited by the Shrigal, correct? And then when he was excited by the Shrigal, she just started saying something to the jackal, and she said to the jackal that you got one only for me, and then that tiger also got tiger ran away again, right? So this is the sequence of the story. So but in exam you may not get the same kind of sentence, you may get the different sentences. So you should be able to read the sentence, you should be able to understand the meaning of the sentence, and I hope now after watching the full video you are able to understand each and every word, and I'm 100% sure you will be able to do it. Okay, this exercise comes for 4 marks and it can come from any of the story chapters. Fine. Let's go for the next mail. Okay, so now it is the grammatical part we are doing. Sandhi, Sandhi Vichedam, Vakurud. Either Sandhi or Sandhi Viched you have to do. And for your information, you can visit my channel and watch the videos related to Sandhi. I have made detailed videos of all the 3 types of Sandhi. You can check that out. And after watching that video for Sandhis, it will be very easy for you to attempt these questions. Okay, let's start with the first one. It is Pituhu Gruham. So this is your Visarg Sandhi. Okay, it is Rutva Sandhi under the Visarg Sandhi. So after watching the video for Visarg Sandhi, you will be able to do this. Ek Ekaha, it is Ek Ekaha. It is your Vriddhi Sandhi. It is a part of Swar Sandhi. Next one, Anyaha Api will become Anyo Api. This is your again Visarg Sandhi. Next one, Iti plus Uktva will become Iti Uktva. It is Yan Sandhi. It's a part of Swar Sandhi. Yatra Aste. So it is again your what do you say Swar Sandhi and it is Dirg Sandhi. That very first Sandhi we do. Okay. So I hope everyone will be watching the video and will understand the Sandhi. Next one, sixth one. Adho likhitanam padanam artha. Artha means the same meaning. Koshtakat chitva likhat. So you have Koshtakat means from the bracket. So in the bracket they have given you the 2 options for the meanings of the word. You have to choose the correct one. Okay, so the darsh means saw, and darshitvan means seen, and drishtvan means saw. Okay, so drishtvan is the correct one. Jagad means said. So it is akathyat and agachat. So it will be akathyat for sure. Yayu means went. So yachitvan means asking something, and gatvan means went. Tum means to eat. Haditu means to eat, and avishkartu means to search for something or to discover something. Muchyate means to leave. It's like mukto bhavati means leaving, and magno bhavati means getting busy. So mukto bhavati. Ikshate means to see. Pashyati means is also to see, right? So I hope everyone understood the meanings, and I will suggest again that you write all the meanings in English so that you can remember them. That will help you in increasing your vocabulary also. Okay. Next one. Pathat chitva priyay padam likhat. Priyay padam means again the same meaning. Synonyms you have to write. Correct, but this time the condition is that you may be knowing the different meanings of the words, but you have to write which was used in the chapter only. Like for vanam, first one is vanam. So vanam means forest, right? So we know that forest ke liye we can use many words, but in the chapter they have used the word kananam, so we have to write kananam only. Okay. Shrigalaha means jackal. Jackal ke liye they have used jambukaha. Correct. The jambukaha. Next one, Shighram. Shighram means soon. So for soon, they have used the word, which one? Satwaram. Correct? Next one, Patni. Patni means wife. So for wife, they have used the word Bharya. Next one, Gachasi means going. And for Gachasi, they have used the word Yasi. If everyone has written the meanings when I was just teaching you the chapter, it would have been very easy for you. Okay, let's go for the next one. Pathat chitva vipritarthakam padam likhat. Vipritarthakam means the opposite ones. Okay. Viprit means opposites you have to write from the chapter. Next one. Prathmaha means first. So the opposite of first is going to be second, which is dvityaha. Okay. Next one. Uktva means saying. So when saying opposite will be listening, right? That is going to be shrutva. Okay. Next one, adhuna. Adhuna means now. So the opposite can be paschat, which is later. Understood? Which is later. You can say pura also. Like if it is now, then it can be in the past also, right? Avela means not bet. So the opposite can be bet, which is vela. Buddhihina means not intelligent, foolish basically. And Buddhihina, they are using it for a girl. So we are going to write Buddhimati. Okay. If it would have been Buddhiheen, then we'll be writing Buddhiman. If it is Buddhihina, we are going to write Buddhimati. Because when we write the synonyms or the antonyms, the gender should be same. Fine. The vibhakti should be same and everything should be same. Fine. Oh, wow. We have finished the full chapter. We have done the explanation, word by word meaning, and we have done all the exercises of the chapter. I hope you enjoyed watching the video and you have understood the full chapter very nicely. And every time I say that whenever we are investing the time, we are watching the video, we are investing our time. So invest it wisely. You can give a pause in between, but watch it fully and write all the meanings and everything, all the short notes you write, that will be very, very helpful to you when you will be referring to it later. Okay, so if you like the video, if you found it helpful, please give a thumbs up, and you can share with your friends, so that they can also get the help in Sanskrit. And in the last, please subscribe to the channel if you have not done yet. uh, that's all for the today's video. I will see you soon in the next video with some other topic. Till then, keep learning Sanskrit. Thank you.